Hello everyone, and this is the second interview of We Hate Pink. Today we have with us Lara D'Argento. Lara D'Argento is a grow hacker and is also a contributor journalist for Econopoli and IlSole24Ore. But I leave it to you, Lara, to introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you, where you come from, and what you hear today.
All right, thank you very much, Rossella. Ciao, everybody. I'm currently broadcasting from Bari Vecchia, which means the old town in Bari. Bari is my hometown. My name is Lara D'Argento. I am a freelance consultant. I work as growth hacking mentor in acceleration programs for startups. Lately, with a focus on cultural industries. So that's right, I wrote about museum growth hacking on IlSole24Ore, the most important financial Italian newspaper. About my education, I am hybrid, of course. So I have a master in Paris in international cultural management projects, and then a master in Italy in political sciences. Other than that, my most relevant job experience has been in the Berlin startup scene. That's why I currently speak 4,5 so languages. 0,5 is German, which is the most recent one. And I come back to my hometown and my region, so Bari, Puglia. I'm working from home, so I hold mentoring sessions with my computer. I work in many acceleration programs. One is from the European Union, which is specific for cultural industries. It's called Traces. The other one is from Bari. It was born, of course, to be, as we say in Italian, in presenza, so in presence. And now it's totally online, of course, and it's called Sprint Factory. Also, I will start mentoring for Startup Builder, which is the incubation program of Startup Geeks, the biggest startup community in Italy. So I'm pretty happy about this. As I mentioned, I work as a freelance consultant. So again, I can move to do my job, or I can do it from my computer wherever I am. Today, I am at home.
Great. That sounds like a really interesting introduction. So we know, and usually when you heard the word hacker,
yes,
you think about someone that is outside the box, but also is like sometimes outside the law,
yes,
disregard the rules, and also discover new way of solve problems. So me personally, I know a little bit about grow hacking, and but what a grow hacker actually does.
All right. So it's true. Hacking cause a lot of problems. It's true, because usually we think about a guy in a hoodie trying to steal sensitive data from, I don't know, very serious websites.
Yeah,
no, it's not. Exactly. Or NASA, yeah, something like this. No, it's not. So growth hacking is a marketing approach. For many persons, it's a mindset as well. But let's say it's a marketing approach that uses rapid experimentation across various channels, marketing and product development, for example. So different paths in order to determine the most effective way to scale and grow a business. Short version, growth hacking is intersection. So it's not that I am working on the product and my colleague is working on marketing, and we are in two different rooms and we don't talk to each other. No, we talk. So growth hacking is is a teamwork, definitely. And a growth hacker, well, the official definition from Sean Ellis in 2010 is a person whose true north is growth. So he wrote, everything they do is scrutinized by its potential impact on scalable growth. Again, short version, a growth hacker is somebody who coordinates a process. So it's not a solo show. No time for magic, or no time for tricks, or I don't know, quick solutions. It's a process. It's an approach, and it's based on ongoing testing. So rapid and continued experimentation, both on marketing and product paths. The aim is efficiency. So the most effective way to grow a business, which means to optimize it, so to make it better, and to find another definition that I love in growth hacking is that thing that helps you to find your best customers and replicate them. So that is the aim of a growth hacker.
Can you give, if you have, in your experience, some example of growth hacks?
The most important, or I would say the most known, are, well, number one for sure is the so-called Craigslist poaching. It's when Airbnb farmed Craigslist to grow its listings. So that was more, for example, a product hack. Or again, when Dropbox, you remember in the very beginning, to receive an invitation from somebody to use Dropbox was, wow, I am part of the Gotha of, I don't know, marketing on this planet, something like this. Yes, exactly. And the aim of Dropbox was, look, you need more space to store your digital files, and we have the solution. If you want more space, call a friend, invite a friend. So bring us a friend and we'll double your space. That was another hack that made so many people invite so many friends to use Dropbox. Actually, my favorite example is before Christ, so it's BC. When during my mentoring session, I talk about Archimedes in Syracuse. So Archimedes used mirrors to concentrate sunlight as a defensive weapon during the siege of Syracuse, which was by then a Greek colony on the island of Sicily. It was 212 BC. It was like it was supposed to be a defeat. So the story, what people thought was Sicily is going to die because of Roman ships. But Archimedes found that with a mirror, he was able to reflect the sunlight and to burn, literally, all the ships from Roman. That was a hack. A hack is usually not replicable. So if you, today, Rossella, you try to do a kind of, I don't know, Craigslist poaching, it's not going to work because market changed, and we know about that. So many variables actually are different today. So a hack is something like this. It's something like these three examples that I gave you. Hacking is the process. That's the fundamental difference. So that's why I insist on saying it's not a trick, it's not a magic, it's not, I don't know, it's not a show off. In order to make it work, you need a process. So you need a mindset. That's why growth hacking is a mindset that helps you systemize this way of never stopping testing. You do a test, it works, good. It's in your permanent, I don't know, scheduling, planification, whatever, business strategy. It doesn't work, good. You save time. Also, I usually say, I usually talk about Alessandro Volta, who invented the bulb lamp, right? They say, before finding the lamp, before inventing the lamp as we know it, Alessandro Volta found 900 ways not to build a lamp. That's growth hacking. That's the process that makes you exclude what is unnecessary, or what you don't need, in order to scale, to find that way, which is the number 100, that helps you create, invent, and sell the bulb lamp. That is growth hacking as well.
Quite fascinating. And actually it's something that in a way as a marketer I already do, and then and sometimes is probably introduce that mindset that can be quite complicated, especially if you work across different teams.
Sure.
Make everyone convert in one way of approach the problem.
Sure.
It's quite interesting because also the grow hacking is like something hybrid between marketing but also science.
Yes.
So you can definitely, and I will definitely include you in what it consider like the STEM.
Yes.
Definitely. So on that level,
I'm not an engineer though, but,
no, I understand that, and I know because it's like STEM is like a quite of a broad inclusion of people that work across science, technology, innovation. And yesterday I had a conversation with a really good friend of mine, and we were talking about the role of women in STEM. And obviously as a platform that is dedicated not just to women, we are talking about everyone, and we believe in the value of including men in the process.
Sure.
How do you think, how important you think is gender equality in your job?
I'll reply with a fact. So why am I mentoring about growth hacking? How came? Because I do not come from economics. I wasn't born marketer. I am, from a human resources point of view, a multi-potentialite profile, which means that I include lots of interests and lots of passions. For example, culture and technology. And I spent most of my life thinking that this was a weakness because, especially in Germany, if you don't have 20 years of experience, of job experience in Lufthansa, it's not going to work. And then I thought, actually, it's the wrong perspective because this is my superpower. And when I was aware, when I became actually aware of that, I thought, then growth hacking is my perfect suite, because I really don't have to concentrate on a single channel, marketing or product. I can do both. I can look at the process and I can test so many times. I will never get bored. You know what I mean? So I approached it actually, my mentors, persons who wrote growth hacking in Italian language in Italy. And I bought a ticket for Growth Hacking Day in Milan. It was end of May 2018. I traveled to Milan. It was great. It's a great event. Lots of insightful speeches. And then I get out and I sent an email to info@ghday.it. And I wrote, guys, so cool. Everything was so cool, but there were no women on stage. So how came there was not a single speech by a woman on stage during the Growth Hacking Day? So it can be true that there were no women.
Yeah.
And one of the 4 organizers of this event wrote me back. He called me actually, and he said, well, Lara, if you think you can do better, do it. We'll see. And for the next edition of the Growth Hacking Day, it was in January 2019. The event came from 0 women on stage to 4. So I was in charge of the growth hacking ladies.
Yeah.
I think there were yeah, there was 3 from Italy, and one held her speech in English. She's from Greece. And then I was very happy because I thought, okay, that was really a perfect match. And I'm sure that, I mean, I was already sure before that it's not something just for, I don't know, just for men or just for those who,
Yeah,
who
exactly.
study engineering. We really don't matter. If you meet a growth hacker, he or she will probably have such a, such a peculiar cursus background that you can't imagine. So some of them were geeks, some of them studied psychology. It really depends. What matters is results. It's the only thing we care about. It's return on investment. So it's being efficient and proficient at the same time. After my, let's say, engagement with the growth hacking crew in Italy, I worked as a growth hacker, executing stuff in a small, medium enterprise. And then I thought, it's not really my path. So I changed it during this year. So like, okay, let's jump. And the net will appear somehow. And I started doing my mentoring sessions, which means having a more a strategic role. It's between strategy and education, because it's kind of teaching, but I'm not a teacher. And I'm so happy to share growth hacking with lots of people. They could be in their 30s, in their 20s. They could be boys, they could be girls, they could be young women, they could be young men. I like this broad and nonsense. I'm pretty happy.
Amazing. And that is actually the main thing, because and the reason why people that is talking about, I mean, me personally, I believe in gender equality, not just because we need women, full stop, but because it's actually the results of many different minds that are coming
Exactly
different background that can actually find a better solution to a problem. So if you have a team of people that they all look the same, they're not going to find any creative solutions. So
yes, exactly. Innovation happens at intersections.
Exactly.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
So even, I mean, I am not replicating what my mentors told me. I am integrating. I am adding value, my value, with a special focus on creative and cultural industries, museums, and lots of business in these sectors. I'm adding a new perspective, and that makes the debate and I mean all the evolution of growth hacking more interesting. I mean, 10 years are gone since the definition of Sean Ellis. Since the first time that Sean Ellis wrote, you need a growth hacker in your business. And of course, it can be now the same thing that was 10 years ago. And I'm pretty happy to contribute to the 2020 growth hacking somehow, at least on this planet. Yeah.
And if you are talking about like your experience, not just in growth hacking, but like how you in a way you being able to mix this with culture as well, and with your project about exhibition and the word of culture, which is like quite original thinking. What do you think it was your biggest win on that way? I mean, if you want to talk about like the biggest win that you achieved through growth hacking.
Rossella, my biggest win is being happy. Actually, it's more than happy, it's fulfilled. I mean, it's not perfect, but getting closer, as the gossip were singing some years ago. I told you, it's not a matter of degree, because yes, okay, I have a master in Paris about cultural projects, but it's not that. It's just that my heart beats for culture. It's a matter of fact. So every time I step into a museum, I'm happy. And having the privilege of working, of having, well, it's more things connected, because I have the privilege to stay where I see the sunlight most of the year. I lived in so many rainy places, and I can do surf. And then I have a job, which is not that obvious actually in this part of Europe. I have a job during the pandemic, and actually my job is the job that I like. So I can finally cover both culture, both technology, and so many kinds of businesses that I meet during session. So my biggest achievement is this one. Of course, growth hacking and cultural and creative industries, it wasn't an easy intersection. The reason is that growth hacking is devoted to ROI, to return on investment. Culture is usually devoted to SROI, so social return on investment. So how to merge social impact and economic value. That is the challenge. But again, I think that in Italian we say, it's a joke, cultura e impresa. Impresa both means something difficult to do, and business. So culture is business. I strongly believe that. And I strongly believe that it's one of the most promising business sectors in our country.
Yeah.
So of course I wanted to give my contribution to this topic, and from here, I mean, I don't have any problem with other cities, with other rainy or foggy cities in the world and in Italy as well. It's just that maybe because I am, I don't know, an archer, so I really, I'm a challenge lover. But the challenge was for me from here, like from home, truly from home. Yeah. And that makes me happy. Of course, we started knowing about zero in marketing. It's true. That doesn't scare me because, well, first of all, because I also speak to museum directors and people who are more used to a business perspective in cultural industries. And then I also like to see, again, new solution, things that I would never have thought about. And I'm happy to meet these young talents who do it actually. So it's totally possible. Growth hacking was not born just for tech companies or for fintech or for health tech or for tech. I mean, it's not that to do growth hacking you need to launch a Facebook campaign or to do Google ads. It's not that. You could, I don't know. You could also think about a word of mouth strategy. And if you have a bakery or something, I don't know. I don't care. It's not specific for startups. It's not specific for enterprise companies. It's not specific for big or small companies. It's a mindset. If you want to grow, then growth hacking is for you. And it's not that you must always add something. Often, I am very Bauhaus in this, less is more. It means that if you have a pizzeria and you don't want to jump, you know, to be part of a franchising pizzeria or something like this, it's totally fine. You can reduce waste. That is efficiency. Efficiency doesn't mean I have to add, I have to buy more, I have to do this and do that. Maybe it's I have to cut this, I have to switch this off, and I have not to concentrate on this. And this is another challenge for growth hacking and culture, because marketing is a job about excluding. Marketing means that in order to succeed, you gotta exclude whatever is unnecessary for you. Yeah. While usually a museum, for example, should include, which is totally fine. But if you don't know your mission, if you don't know to whom you're talking to, that is not going to work. So you have to exclude those who are not interested in your museum first, and concentrate on those who are already, let's say, sensitive to the topic or to your values, and find more people like those one. That is growth hacking, to replicate your best customers. It was very difficult in the beginning, especially in Italy, to speak about business, to speak about customers, to speak about profit in a museum. It was like, oh, no, we are just here for the glory. It's like in Italy, we have this problem that
the love of art. Yeah,
exactly. It's so powerful, like working for culture. I feel already better. I don't need any money to pay my bills. No. So I'm fighting against this. This is my fight. I'm fighting with strategy, with test. So I'm fighting with numbers, not with opinions, but with results. Exactly. So growth hacking is data driven for this reason. It's results driven for this reason. It's a matter of we have a cash flow, and we need to stay open. What shall I do in order to stay open, to pay salaries to people that are working for my museum? How can I reduce waste? How can I improve this? That is growth hacking for cultural and creative industries.
That is actually fantastic, because it's something that can definitely improve the way we see the cultural business in Italy. And considering that, like you said, our country has a lot to offer, it will be amazing if you can do this revolution. And
I hope so.
Definitely this grow hacking revolution in culture, that will be amazing. So this brings me to my last question, that is more, I will not say personal, but
sounds promising.
something more like about you.
Yes.
So what you will say today to your younger self?
Not to be ashamed of loving so many interests, because I really, and that's my my advice to my young audience, or to whoever finds that this thing I did is not representing me anymore. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. That is evolution. I mean, change is the key to evolve. If you don't change that from an evolution point of view, we have a problem because you're not moving forward, right? So especially becoming older and older, well, more experienced and more experienced.
Exactly.
I will be, I'm currently 37 years old. I'm 37 years old. But I also dealing with so many businesses. I found out that bosses want multi-potentialite talents. So they also want specialists in the same group. But it's important, for example, think about any black swan you could imagine, or I don't know. Let's take this pandemic, for example. What was really important was to react quickly. Yeah. And in order to quickly react, you probably need persons who tested more in their lives, and they're not afraid of test themselves again. For example, me, I have been so often a rookie in my entire life that I am not afraid of new challenges, because I'm not afraid of being a beginner, to look a beginner and to be perceived as a beginner. I don't care, because I know that then I can go so deep in that topic or in that interest that I will probably have something to say anyway. So It's totally fine if your best friends wanted to be a doctor and now she is a doctor. That's okay. I have friends like this as well. If you don't feel the same, again, that's totally fine. We need teams with both specialists and multi-potentialites in order to be able to say, look, guys, whatever is going to happen on this planet, we don't know what we are going to do, but we know we are going to do something. We know we are not going to stop. That's the most important thing for me.
We can always find a solution. And I think adapting is the best way, which is actually, like you said, this came out during this pandemic. So if you were able to adapt quickly as a company, as an individual as well, it's been easy. It's not been easy for everyone.
Oh, for sure.
And we are still in the process, but definitely be able to adapt yourself and your job to what is happening. I think is a win. Thank you very much for your time, Lara. It's been amazing knowing you and actually let you to know, my audience to know you as well. And I hope to meet you face to face. I think it's probably our common ground, considering that we come from the same region. So for sure, we can go and surf together in Bari.
For sure, that would be great. Probably I will buy a second surfboard, so probably I will have a guest surfboard if you wanna.
I can do mine.
Okay. Yeah, sure. That's so cool. That would be cool.
Okay. Thank you very much again, and have an amazing day. Bye.
Grazie. Thank you. Ciao, Rossella.
Ciao, ciao.